Well, you guys, today is a very special day. And not just because it's the 4th of July. I'm trying to decide, am I supposed to look here or am I supposed to look here? You know how I am with this. I'll go back and forth. I'm going to drive you guys crazy. Anyway, it is the 4th of July, and that's going to be fun because I just love summer holidays, the fireworks, the festivities, the food, family. It's just FFF. Getting together with everybody, and we're going to go swimming, and just it's going to be a great day. And my son's got an art show, so we're gonna run down there and take a look at that, and then we'll go back to the party. And my husband's making his famous baked beans right now, so he's working on that, and him and my granddaughter are playing cards, and we're going to be leaving shortly. But I thought I want to make this real quick, even though I'm not going to post it till I don't even know when, because I want to include some of the festivities from the day. I want to share that with you guys. I want you to see what we did. So, but I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit before we get going. And the reason it's such a special day, besides being the 4th of July, is I think I'm going to reach my 5,000 subscribers today. And I am so excited about that. And the reason I'm so excited, I know it's just a number, but since I got monetized back in January, I think it was January, I reached 1,000. In my mind, I set a number, and for me to feel like a legitimate YouTube channel, it was like, I thought if I could get to 5,000, I will feel like I'm a successful YouTube channel. But honestly, I already feel like my channel is a success, because not just because I monetize, but honestly, that's a big part of it, but because of the people that are here. I have been so fortunate, because I hear about a lot of people go through some really hard times with their YouTube channel, and I have been so fortunate because the people that are here, the best, the cream of the crop, I mean, read my comments, and people are so wonderful, and everybody's sharing their stories with me, and I swear half my subscription base has a YouTube channel of their own. So it's just been fun interacting with other YouTube creators, and it's just been life-changing for me. And the other reason is because it is a job. It's become one of my jobs. And as an unretired person who was having a difficult time getting back in the workforce, I stayed home to take care of my sister for 7 years, and I thought I'll just be able to go back to work. It's not going to be any issue. Well, things had changed, and trying to find a job has been rather difficult. I live in a little small podunk town. There's not a lot going on up here, and I help out with my grandkids, so I had to work my schedule around my life. So it was just really difficult finding a job until I stumbled upon YouTube and Uber. And these things have been a blessing from God. I mean, because they're both working out so well, and I can work them at my schedule. And it's just, the blessings from it have been wonderful. I'm meeting wonderful people. I'm getting to do something I enjoy. I'm learning new things, which at my age is very important. So I'm learning, and I'm new experiences and meeting people, and it's just been amazing, and but with YouTube, it's not a guaranteed income. It's not like I punch a time clock, or and I get a definite paycheck each week. It just depends. And right now, I had always heard that, after you had so many regular people watching you, so many subscribers, you'll make X amount of money, and that seems to be working out for me, and I make between the same amount, give or take a few, and so it has been working out. And even with the summer slump, things are slower. I'm not making as much as I did, but this last month, I'm still, as long as, to me, my goal is, if I could bring in 500 a month just doing YouTube and having fun, how wonderful is that? And I've exceeded that. So, I'm thrilled with this. But now, the reason, 5,000 subscribers was a number for me, because I thought, if you have that many people that are watching you on a regular basis, it just, I feel more determined. I need to bring good content, because, it's not just my friends and family watching me. There's people from all over the globe. I'm still a teeny tiny little channel. I know that. But it just makes me want to try harder. For you guys, I want to do better. So I'm going to work on that. I've been watching other channels that are just leaps and bounds away from me. Man, they do good photography and they're just so creative, and just I want to learn from all of them, and I want to do better. I want to be interesting and share my story, because a lot of people relate to me, being an older chick and going back to work and struggling in these times, and with family. And yeah, I feel like a lot of us are in a similar situation, maybe not exactly the same, but and then my whole getting healthy. A lot of as we get older, that's a big part of our lives, and a lot of you can relate to that too. And I share that, and I'm working on getting healthier and losing weight, and just being stronger and more fit, and overcoming depression, really bad depression, and just rediscovering myself. I know that sounds hippy dippy. I went to find myself, like I was ever lost, but I'm finding a different person. I've evolved into this new person, and I really like her. And I just feel like I'm more open and more, I don't know, more receptive to listening to other people's points of view. I'm not so staunch on my position. I understand, why other people feel the way they do. And now I'm going to take a detour, which I do a lot. I'm all over the place when I post my videos. So I think I have ADHD maybe. But, in my last video, I was talking about how families are, drifting apart, and just naturally, not for any reason, not that there was any fights or anything like that. We just, life happened, and we get busy, and we just don't take the time to see each other. But there's also families that did have a falling out, and don't see each other. And I'm finding out there's more and more of that. It's become quite common. And even within my own family, we have relatives that have had falling outs with their own families, parents and children. And and I know how hard that is, and it's so sad. And because I say it's because I'm a Libra, I'm balanced, I can always see both sides to a story. So I can't take a side, because I understand both sides, and I feel so bad because I know it's hard, it's difficult. And it's difficult on the people around them as well, because like when we want to have family gatherings, you think, well, should we invite this one or should we invite that one, because they don't want to both be here together, and we love them both. And if we invite this one, then this one's going to be hurt. If we invite this one, then that one's going to be hurt. And so I don't want to hurt anybody, and I don't want to not invite anybody. So I just like, we're going to invite them both, and we'll let them both know they're both invited, and they can decide if they want to come. That's all you can do. But um, you hope and pray that something will happen and they'll resolve their issues. But in some cases, it's never going to be resolved, and you have to respect that, and not push, because a lot of people keep pushing, and it's like that's not helpful. That's not helpful, because you don't know what that person feels. You don't know what's in their heart. And to tell them that they just need to suck it up and go apologize, that's not helpful. I know people mean well, but I'm hearing from families where maybe the father doesn't talk to the children. He's estranged, but the mother still does. So she has to leave the house to go visit with her own kids. Or the mother is estranged. Or they went through a divorce, and the other parent talked so bad about the other parent that the kids don't want anything to do with them. And now that other parent is trying to reestablish themselves with their kids now that they're adults, and it's difficult. And there's just so many variables. There's so many reasons. So you never know what, families are struggling with. And on days like today, when we're having a holiday and there's going to be a lot of family members and stuff, you have to remember that, because there's going to be some family that might be there that are going through this type of situation. So I try to be respectful and not even bring it up, because some people always want to bring it up. They feel like this is the time to discuss it, and it's like, it's really not. It's not the time. So But yeah, I wanted to touch on that because I forgot to mention it in my last video and I thought it was something important. But anyway, um, I got some stuff. I don't know if you guys, if you've been watching me for a while, last year when our 99-cent stores closed, I got all kinds of 4th of July goodies for the kids for like 10 cents a piece. I upside down flag. I got flags and I got these, I don't know what these are. These wands. They light up and they'll be fun tonight. If I can ever shut it off. There it is. Okay. And then I got a bunch of these light up necklaces and we're going to wear those. And it's 10 cents a piece. Can you believe that? My goodness. It was such a good deal. So I'm going to take these down for the kids at the party and let them hand these out. So I'm excited about that. And I'm going to film it all and I'll try and share that with you guys. So stay tuned. That'll be right after this. So I hope you guys have a great holiday and you have family to be with. And just, I love fireworks. That's my favorite part. I can't wait till tonight. And we usually go find a spot and park the car so we get the best view. But my daughter-in-law's sister, who's having the party at her house, she has a really great view of her house sits up high, so I guess we can see them from different spots. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm like a little kid with fireworks. I love fireworks. We used to buy them and do them, but my God, they are so expensive. We went to look at them, and I thought, we're not spending a couple $100s on fireworks because, for one, they're illegal in our neighborhood. We wouldn't be able to, shoot them off. I guess you could go to the beach and do it, but we're not doing that. So anyway, okay, I got to cut this short. I'm not going to be able to add anything to it, but I hope you guys have a great day and I hope you stick around and watch whatever footage I'm going to add to this because I don't even know yet. So anyway, yeah, I'll see you after this or I'll see you in the next video.